Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Skater D.
Hey, I'm John Charles Meyer, producer of Dave Made a Maze.
Hey, what's up? This is Scott Ladati, author of Play the Devil, and you are listening to Luch Dog.
Luch Dog.
Luch Dog.
This is Ann Cruz from SiriusXM 415, and you're listening to Luch Dog in the morning.
The #1 sports show on the planet. Yeah, boy.
Welcome back, folks. It's a nightmare in Studio A right now. Belly, what is happening? Holy.
We're out of control.
So welcome to the show, my wonderful friends. It is Thursday, October 26th, and man, this is what happens. And I'll tell you, it happens to me more often than not. This technology sucks. We love it. It's great until it's not. And then you just want to go jump off a building.
Yeah, that's how today's going so far.
The tension that has been in the studio today, not between Belly and I, but between us and our laptops, all 6 of them.
We got Skynetted today.
They just stopped talking to each other for a second. So we're sorry, but we got it all under control. Potts is on his way in. Belly's setting all that up now. We've got a lot of sports to get to, and I'd actually like to talk about money today.
Money?
Yeah.
This is where Matty Potts would be great, throwing in the cash drops.
I know. Cash. So we need him. Is he coming? Do we have Potts?
He's coming. He's telling me 1 sec. He's coming.
Okay, cool. So when we get him, we just need him to be in that corner, and which is the right corner of that laptop. Just to kind of peel it back like we like to, folks. Again, it is Luch Dog in the morning. Thanks for hanging out with us. Usually 10 to 11 here this week, but a little late start today.
Yeah.
What happened was we opened up the laptop that does Skype and the streaming, and just out of nowhere, I mean, it's not like we turned it off overnight and then turned it back on. I usually leave them on and just like sleeping for a while and then like restart them every week or so. We just open up the laptop and it says, something happened, we need to restart your laptop. It's a Windows 10 PC.
Yeah.
Something happened, your laptop needs to restart. And it starts restarting, and it's like 5%, 8%, and of course it's like, 952, and we're like freaking out like, oh man, what's happening?
Yep.
Well, not only does it restart and take forever, but then it kicked us out of Skype, and God knows I don't remember the password for that.
Yep, right?
Holy crap. Like the most random stuff happens with technology, and I know this because I do weddings, and this is like my biggest nightmare, which is why I show up at weddings like an hour and a half early.
Oh,
is he calling you?
I'm making the call.
You're making the call? Are we getting Potts? All right. It's about time. I need Potts in my life.
Oh, here we go.
Matty Potts, not other Potts. Yeah! Can we drag him into the corner?
We are doing that.
Somehow?
If this computer would let me. This computer's being very difficult.
No, that's not going to work. You're going to have to resize here.
Take that. Surprise, everyone.
Matty Potts, are you with us, man?
He's got his headphones on. I was wondering what happened. It's the output of the sound, the usual stuff that's going on.
So this is a nightmare.
Yeah, we're rolling today.
Totally rogue. How do we get his... You got to change his sound. All right, Belly's going to do that. I'm going to try talking to you guys for a while we get... You know what? Let's just do this right. Can we put a song on or something? I'll put a song on.
Yeah, we can put a song on.
So that we can actually broadcast to the people the right way and not put them through this misery.
Yeah, we're playing... who are we playing today?
I got it. I'm on it.
We're playing
We're playing the Newports, but we're going to start off with another one from your boy Luch Dog. Because we can't play other stuff. So let's do that to the Rescue Band. 1 is where you can find all my stuff on YouTube. And sure, why don't you hear me rapping? That'll be fun. Here you go. And we'll figure out Matty Potts here in just a second.
And we'll be right back.
Yeah.
So where should I start this time for this rhyme? I gotta think about it line by line. When I try to make sense of it all in my mind, I jumble up and stumble over every word, it's a sign. Cause it's a mess when I look all around. I see stress in all the faces that I used to know best. Now they're old and now they're cold, just like a stranger. All I see is anger, I don't know if I should stay or leave and do him a favor. Man, how did it end up like this? It used to be so legit. Back in the day when we were kids, we didn't judge like this. We just accepted who we were, cause we ain't never been burned. Didn't hide behind the walls we had where passages earned by only one or two, but it's a real defined crew. The only ones who get to know us, the ones who get you. I miss the days where we could live and let live, but they're gone. Gotta find a way to where we belong. I found a way, and I found a way to break away from all the pain. Keep it all inside. But it won't come away, it won't come away. No matter how hard that I try, it just comes up from inside. Well, every single day I get older, I can see it. Where all the people all around wanna be it. Wanna be this non-original, almost digital version of themselves. Like you could make them by dozens and box them up on the shelf. It's all fake, a facade, a big show, a mirage. A brand new convertible locked in a garage. It's so beautiful when usable, but needs to get out. Needs to drive, needs to thrive on the thrill of the doubt. With just chance, cause all we need to believe in is something. Just enough to push us forward, to stop running. I'm tired of looking back at me through the damn mirror and wondering why this shit ain't getting clearer. Cause I found a way, and I found a way to break away from all the pain. Keep it all inside, but it won't come away, it won't come away. No matter how hard that I try, it just comes up from inside. You toss and then you turn because you refuse to learn. And the people that you hurt, it's none of your concern. So the time goes on and you figure it out. When everyone we turn is a face full of doubt. Discouraged that the courage you had is now gone. When the days go by quick but the nights are still long. Cause you're racing subconsciously, can't just let the monster be. You feed it with your head until it turns into catastrophe. So blast me if you want, sometimes you gotta let it out. Cause nobody's strong enough to stomach faces full of doubt. And that's all that you see when you go out and be with your boys and the people that you thought were your team. But it's no one's fault with yours, it's not his, it's not hers. You can blame the ones who care, but then that's just absurd. And it's time to start digging deep and tell them the truth. To everyone, including you. Well, I know that you have found a way to break away. But we're here for you, yeah. We're here for you. Well, I found a way, and I found a way to break away from all the pain. Keep it up inside, but it won't come away, it won't come away. No matter how hard that I try, it comes up from inside.
All right, folks. Welcome back to us being super pissed off. We still don't have pots, I'm pretty sure, so we're probably going to have to sign off here for a second. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and sign off, and we'll be back on in just a minute, but we do ask for your
Hey, guys,
apologies
I'm Carly.
because what a nightmare. We're sorry, guys. This is technology sometimes. We'll be back after this in just a few minutes, or maybe even a minute. We'll be right back. And just go back to scene. You can go right back to it. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, anything's possible.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Skater D.
Hey, I'm John Charles Meyer, producer of Dave Made a Maze.
Hey, what's up? This is Scott Ladati, author of Play the Devil, and you are listening to Luch Dog.
Luch Dog.
Luch Dog.
This is Annie Cruz from SiriusXM 415, and you're listening to Luch Dog in the morning.
The #1 sports show on the planet. Yeah, boy.
Welcome back, folks. It is Luch Dog in the morning, and we are finally ready to go. Let's go! Welcome to the show, my wonderful friends. Hi, everybody on YouTube. Thank you for your patience. And, of course, for you all listening on the podcast, you have no idea the misery that we just went through. It's okay. We're going to power through. Studio A had some elves running around in the middle of the night and setting booby traps for us.
I think you sleepwalk.
I'm telling you, I probably produce in my sleep.
Sleep produce.
I think I do.
Just disconnect things and log out of things.
That smooth, silky voice you're hearing across your airwaves, that's Belly Matt LaBelle, one of two co-hosts, and of course, Matty Potts in the Santa Monica newsroom. What's up, brother?
Greetings and salutations. I was really wondering why I wasn't getting all the, text messages at 6:45 this morning. I knew something was awry.
Yeah, he's freaking out. He's like, wait a minute, what's happening here? So that's good. No, you're good. It's Potts needs to change his camera, I think.
What's wrong with my camera?
Are you not in the middle? I feel like you're not centered.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're rolling.
Yeah, we're good now. There he is.
Weirdly, because I'm kind of like OCD, can you click on R square so that his red square isn't in the way? I'm weird like that, man. I'm so sorry. But thank you for hanging out with us, everybody, on Luch Dog in the morning. We got a lot of sports that took place last night. The World Series game of the year and of maybe the century. That was really good.
Man, baseball's been great.
It's been great. Like, we've been sitting here dogging on it, and then, wow, it's been fantastic. So, and it's been great for Matty Potts, too. So you didn't even realize they had a game yesterday, or you just thought you were doing the production again?
Dude, I'm such a complete fail. I drive there, and I literally pull up into the front of the stadium, and I'm like, why are there so many more cars here than the last time? I pull up. They search my car, like with a dog around everything, security. They let me through. And I'm driving in it, so I stop and ask one of the, traffic directors. I'm like, what's going on tonight? He goes, game 2, dude. Are you serious? And I was like, oh, my God. And that's when I texted you guys, and I was like, how could you not have told me? I mean, luckily I went early, but, I mean, it was a zoo. It was totally bananas there.
Yeah. And I'm sure it was very back and forth. The game ended in the 11th inning. It had to go to extras. And they came back almost twice to win the game, but the Astros pulled it out last night. Ended up winning the game.
Well, I'm bummed because I really need them to come back to LA for 6 and 7. So
no, that's what you need.
The loss is okay for you.
It's good for you. Now it's 1-1.
Yeah, but
they split.
It doesn't make it harder. They're going
to
Houston for 3 games, so chances of them losing are a little bit better there, right?
I guess you would have liked the sweep.
The Astros had to win yesterday because their best pitcher was on the mound. If they don't win that game, they're done. They're done.
All right.
But
and
now
so game 1 took 2
out
hours and 10 minutes, and then game 2 took 4 hours, didn't it?
Yeah, but it also went 2 extra innings.
And it was worth every minute of it.
Yeah, it was the home runs and extra innings. The fact that the Dodgers tied it up in the bottom of the 10th inning after going down 2 runs for 2 back-to-back solo shots, and then still coming back and tying the game in the 10th inning was awesome. And they almost did it again in the 11th. So, no, it was much worth the ticket price, that game. But I really don't understand is I don't like the 2-3-2. But I think everything's fine because the Dodgers have some really good pitchers coming out.
What sport is it that there's 1-1 at the end? Is that basketball? Goes back and forth? I'm pretty sure
basketball
it does.
still goes back and forth at the end.
I was just putting out a little Instagram.
I think hockey does, too.
Well, Instagram.
It's just baseball that does the 2-3-2.
Yeah. So I was just, I'm sorry, I was kind of typing there on my phone. I'm just putting out a promo on Instagram, just trying to get people to see that we are actually live today. And, it's funny how technology just does that and just quits on you. And that happens every now and then. Couldn't be more frustrated with that. But, I mean, wow, watching that baseball game last night was super, super fun. I wanted to start things, however, today. I mean, we can continue with baseball, but I really want to talk about money today.
Money.
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 All right.
I mean, we can do sports for a little while, but I'm just telling you, we're going to go there.
Go where?
How
Money?
you view it, how you would handle it in a relationship, because that is by far the number one, I think, reason for fighting and breaking up with people.
Oh, without a doubt. Money
Right?
is like the number one reason for divorce, I believe.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to get into. I had a conversation.
Infidelity?
Well, no, I think money first. I think more people argue over money than people cheat.
I'm sure people argue over money all the time, so
Right.
yeah, I guess you're right.
But
Although I work in a hotel bar, and I can tell you that a lot of people cheat.
I didn't want to start with baseball. You know what, we can though. All right, so let's just do that. Let's just exhaust that. Do you care that it went 4 hours yesterday?
No.
It was worth it, right? I mean, Verlander, he went 7.
Yeah, he went 7. He was really good.
Really good. I
came
love when
out
he came back out of the
dominating.
dugout to just fire everybody up.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Who's
Who's the guy with the who's the guy with the big red bushy beard?
That's
Justin
Turner,
Turner
on the Dodgers.
Yeah, and he's been out of his mind. Can we get your thumb on the pulse of LA right now? Are people like kind of excited about the Dodgers? Do people care about baseball in LA?
I bet
They
do right
definitely do, but I didn't. Yeah, I was inside the store all night, so I didn't. I have no idea.
Well, I mean, people
But,
coming in, are they all wearing Dodgers jerseys? Are they excited talking about it? Like, what's the pulse of the town?
Game 1 they did, but that's probably because it ended a lot earlier. And so they came to the store after, and yeah, they were talking about it. They were wearing Dodgers jerseys. Dodgers are huge here. I mean, it's very popular. I wouldn't say sports in general is big in LA, but the Dodgers are.
All season, or more so because they're relevant in the playoffs?
No, all season.
Really?
I mean, I've been to a few games, and I mean, there are people that go
Maybe
all
they
season.
just don't care about
whether
football.
winning,
I was going to
losing.
say, maybe it is a baseball town now that football is up and left a couple times. I mean, would you say baseball's the number one? No, basketball.
Well,
they have the Lakers.
They had
Obviously, the basketball
The
is
LA
number
Kings
one.
won the Stanley Cup a couple of years ago. They have another championship team there. I mean, they have the basketball with the Lakers and the Clippers. They're a fairly big sports town.
We have a lot of
footballs for them.
We have a lot
I
of.
don't think they care about football though.
No, well, I don't know. The Rams are starting to do something out there.
Yeah, they are. It's true. Rams are making moves.
And they have that young coach McVay over there with the kind of younger culture, which I think is perfect for LA.
Yeah, he's so young. It's crazy.
He's 30.
That is like crazy young.
Right?
I mean,
He's younger than us.
No, he's younger than you.
No, he's younger than me and Potts, okay?
like
Young
almost
buck.
a decade younger. I mean,
Sean
that's
McVay is
crazy.
31 years old.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, so then if I mean, we have a lot of listeners in California. If you want to call or text the show, 571-354-7338. Even if you're listening on the podcast, I'd like to just get your info. Again, 571-354-7338. What sport rank the 4 sports in LA, what the city cares about. What do they care about most? Number 1, basketball. Number 2, baseball. Number 3, football. Number 4, hockey is my guess.
No, I'd say hockey then football.
Really? 571-354-7338 is the texting line, or call in if you'd like, if you're listening live. So we appreciate all of the input, but we will also be doing a drawing for the $100 contest. That'll be coming up again today at 10, well, now it'll be about 11:15. Just so you want to do that. We'll ask you a question. You give us an answer. It enters you into the drawing for $100. That'll happen tomorrow. A lot of basketball yesterday. What?
Real quick.
No, Texter writes in hockey's number 2. That's not right.
Hockey's awesome.
There's
Hockey's
no
number
way
1.
hockey is number 2, sir.
In LA?
Yeah, no way. I don't care if I'm across the
No.
country. I don't care. There's no
It's
way.
baseball and basketball. There's no way.
Yeah, give me the rest of your 4. You don't just write in hockey's number 2. I have nothing to do off of that. That's garbage.
The Kings are not number 2. Although the Sacramento Kings are terrible. In basketball.
Since we're talking about basketball, can I ask something?
Yeah.
The Suns coach that was fired after 3 games, that was pretty crazy. And then they won the next game. I don't know if they've played since, but what I mean,
there's a very interesting
how do
thing
you fire
happening
a coach
there.
in three games in?
There's a lot happening there. I believe it's with the Suns. Isn't this where the dude's requesting a trade?
Eric Bledsoe.
Bledsoe, thank you.
Yeah.
Potts, there is a very big conspiracy theory on the loose right now.
For the Phoenix Suns?
Yeah. What are you doing with your back to the camera? What are you doing right now?
Like organizing stuff.
Like for the show or like your laundry?
No, I've got 3 catering jobs today. I have to leave like right at 8 o'clock my time.
I know.
And,
yeah, you can bail today.
Like
Whenever,
organizing.
well, you can bail whenever you need to. I know we're a little late today, so if you need to bail, Belly and I will hold it down.
I have till 8.
Okay.
My time.
Where was I, Belly? I was into
So
something.
Phoenix Suns. You said there's a conspiracy theory.
So yeah. So Bledsoe is demanding a trade, and he's basically willing to sit out the season and miss out on his $15 million. It's guaranteed money, but if he doesn't play, then then he doesn't have to get paid.
Nope.
So he's demanding a trade, kind of like the Kyrie Irving deal, right? But he's not doing it in the offseason. He's saying, I'm just not going to play.
So wait, he's just going to bench himself?
Yeah.
In order to force a trade?
Yep, he's trying to force a trade. He does not want to be there.
That's the most insane thing I've ever heard.
He's also tweeted out. Isn't this the guy from the hair salon, right? Belly?
I don't know anything about hair salons.
Oh, you don't know the story? He tweeted out, "I don't want to be here," and everybody freaked out, saying, "What? He doesn't want to be on the team anymore." And then he tried to walk it back by saying, "I was talking about being at the hair salon. I don't want to be here anymore."
Whatever.
Right? And the Suns came out and said, "We don't buy it."
You can't be vague.
I don't buy it either.
We don't buy it. Guess who represents Mr. Bledsoe?
I'm guessing a prominent agent.
I believe it's Rich Paul is the name. LeBron's friend, the guy in LeBron's close group of friends.
Yeah, you're gonna come to Cleveland.
Is it possible that that's what's happening?
I mean, I'm sure.
Is it possible
Yes.
that LeBron James is literally trying to go behind the scenes with his buddy, who represents Bledsoe? Tells Bledsoe, "Yo, just sit out. We're gonna find a way to get you here, so I can find a way to compete with Golden State, because look how it's working right now. D Wade's already off the bench.
I know, and the Wizards lost last night. So
Rose
can't trust them.
Rose is already hurt. LeBron's got no chance. They lost to the Nets last night.
Oh man,
they're not gonna beat the Warriors as currently constructed. So is it possible that he's doing a little bit of puppet hanging behind the scenes here to try to find a way to get Bledsoe to Cleveland?
I know, right?
Is that possible?
I think that's very possible.
Would you sit?
If there's any team a guy Rich Paul wants people to go to, it's to be with LeBron. So
I think LeBron would like that too. But I mean, like, would you, Potts? Can you imagine sitting out $15 million? I mean, he's already made his money.
No, and I mean, isn't that kind of a bad tone to set for teams that you want to draft you anyway?
Sure is.
It's like a really bad sales pitch.
Unless you're going behind the scenes with somebody who's already willing to accept you and knows what's going on.
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying.
He has to do.
I don't know.
You know, he has another season, right? It's not just this season.
Unless they trade him.
It's after next season. So they'd have to trade him, or he just sits out 2 full years, and then no one wants him because he didn't play basketball for 2 years.
And you can't get anything for that $15 million that's still on your books. So he's kind of got them in a little bit of a a tight hold here.
He's got him by the balls.
Stronghold, yeah, a little bit by the balls.
That's crazy. Anyway,
Potts is Pot. Talk to me about this catering gig. What do you got now coming up? You got another one for? Is it for the?
So
it's not for the World Series. They're not there anymore.
We have. No, but the girl said if they come back, they're definitely going to call and order again. So that's why I'm hoping they do 6 and 7. But I don't even know the company. We got 5 new orders yesterday, and they're just sending them to us so fast that I can barely keep track. That's why I'm sitting here organizing it right now. But yeah, it's been completely bananas. It's the best week we've ever had. It's totally crazy. But yeah, it's like a juggling act right now. So right after this show, I'm gonna go down to the store and start prepping. Because we do the deliveries ourselves. So
a lot of texts are coming in, dude. A lot of texts are coming in. People are loving. They're going to the website. Remember, yesterday's winning question was to go to the website marinateyourlife.com and just text us what looks good to you.
I picked tacos.
What's that?
I picked tacos.
Yeah, Chipotle pulled pork is so far in the running.
Yeah, that one's.
It's in the lead.
Really spicy.
It's really spicy, is it?
Yeah,
Good.
It's really spicy.
I love the spicy.
All right, I would like to take a quick break, and then while we have Potts, I want to get into the money conversation, both how you view it as a person,
We also
and
should
then
have a guest caller coming in today.
we were supposed to have a guest caller 8 minutes ago.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's
I don't
happening
know
there?
Because I can't get a hold of him.
Let's
and
just bail. He's got a
he
lot
was
to
supposed
do.
to party. Yeah, we can try for tomorrow.
We'll try to get that. So that's Chris calling in from tour on 311. I want to know, he asked for us, each of the members of 311, what their favorite sports team is. And we'd like to get that. So hopefully we can get him on tomorrow. Do we have music ready for him?
We
Oh,
have
this is the
music ready.
Newports.
Yep.
And we'll play that. We'll play a song for you, and then we'll get back. We'll talk a little bit about money, how you view it in a relationship. And this is by far my favorite from them. What's the name of this?
This is Off With My Head.
Off With My Head. Here we go. It's the Newports, folks. We are finally underway. Giddy up. It's Luch Dog in the morning.
At litmradio.com.
They say the grass is greener on the other side of Wonderland. I'm not so sure about that. Look at all who's got the upper hand. I think I've got a better chance with the Queen of Hearts. Off with my head, at least I won't see the whole damn world fall apart. I'm dizzy and confused. They say I'm just young and amused, but I won't fall for that anymore. The gestures all out of tricks, distract with shiny diamond kicks, dancing, running round the town as it all burns us down. Load up on Posy in our pockets. The new place coming faster than crotch rockets. Let's all shove bullets down our guns and in our throats, and we'll all explode in 3, 2, go! I'm dizzy and confused. They say I'm just young and amused, but I won't fall for that anymore. The gestures all out of tricks, distract with shiny diamond kicks, dancing round and round the town as it all burns us down. Now let's fall on down. Come on, let's fall on down. I'm dizzy and confused. They say I'm just young and amused, but I won't fall for that anymore. The gestures all out of tricks, distract with shiny diamond kicks, dancing round and round the town as it all burns us down.
Welcome back, folks. It is Luch Dog in the morning. Thanks for hanging out with us. You can catch us, of course, at litmradio.com. And you can download our podcast on iTunes. It's called Luch Dog in the morning. How do you spell it, Belly?
LUCDOGG.
Yes, sir, it is.
LUC, right? I
Yeah,
said LU.
LUCDOGG. Thanks to all of you guys watching on YouTube channel LITM Podcast. We'll do one more live tomorrow at 10 o'clock, hopefully. And we will be dressed up. And Potts is excited. He's got a costume all ready for you guys.
I keep forgetting about that.
I get that.
Aren't
You're
we-
busy.
This is a podcast. Why are we dressing up? I don't get it.
For YouTube.
For YouTube?
Because we're all, for the YouTube.
I've got you, YouTube people. I will be
Got
dressed
it,
up
got
tomorrow.
it.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
I think really what's happening is Belly bought something that he wants to use as a Halloween costume, so now he's using
And because
every
I'm
possible
working-
chance to do it.
Yeah, now that I'm
That's what it
working all
sounds like.
weekend, I'm going to have to just use it at any opportune moment.
I'm actually doing Halloween with. We can do that for a second before we do money. What are you doing for Halloween? I'm spending it with Bob Ross's foundation. Remember Bob Ross?
Please tell me you're dressing up like Bob Ross.
No,
at
what they
DJ's
did.
wedding.
Potts, do you remember Bob
Or
Ross,
TJ.
the guy with the fro, the painter on TV?
Oh yeah, of course.
Let's put a few trees over here.
Right. Very soothing.
Very soothing.
I remember you had said you were doing something with them. That's cool.
Yeah.
What is it? Just an
I'm just.
event,
They hired
a
me to
charity
do
event
their.
they're doing?
It's their Halloween. Yeah, exactly, for their foundation. I'm just DJing their Halloween party, and they are having. They give everybody a bag with like very basic things in them.
So you're going to play Monster Mash is what you're saying.
No, and you have to make a costume out of it. And I said, well, give me a bag. So they sent me a bag in the mail, and it's got. I could get it next segment. I mean, it's basically got a roll of toilet paper,
Mummy.
like some straws. Like, I mean, that's as far as I looked. I was like, oh, this is going to take some creativity here.
I don't have it.
How do I put this on my one wheel? so, so yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm going to be, but Belly's got an awesome thing planned for you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm ready.
And you can't even play your 80s music because we're on YouTube.
I know. YouTube.
That sucks. So, Potts, did you realize we're basically going to be doing our sports show live tomorrow and then submitting it to Richmond for Sunday?
Oh, right on.
Yeah, so
whatever.
We're not going to do two.
I didn't think we would. But
we're not doing two
knowing
shows.
anything's possible. So who the hell knows?
That's true.
Yeah, okay. So we're doing one. And
what are your thoughts about doing
it?
this every day? No, we're just going to do it like this, but then that's going to be the sports show because we basically run it live anyway.
Right.
What are your thoughts about going live? How does it feel so far?
I can tell I hate waking up. I can tell you I hate waking up to alarm clocks.
Yeah, it sucks. I'm not used to it, and it's the worst.
Wah. Well,
we sound awful right now.
I mean, just doing it every day is hard with my current schedule, but it's early enough to where it's just a matter of getting up. But honestly, once we get going, I don't even remember that we're live.
I know.
Because like you said, we're pretty much live anyway, or we at least act like we are when we record the podcast. So it's fine.
Well, that's a testament to what we've been doing. I've been trying to say to the guys, let's really, we tape our shows. I know we tape our shows, but we basically hit stop after a segment, go get a drink, use the bathroom, hit record, and go through it again. So it's not like we're, editing the words that are being said so that we sound better or worse.
No.
You're getting our live takes. It's just we hit stop after the segment's over. That's all. But yes, that's why it's been easy doing live, and except when all the technology works. But I wanted to talk to you guys about money today, and I brought this up with somebody actually the girl that I went on 5 dates with, because we're getting deeper and deeper into conversations without really going anywhere but talking, which is good. But yeah, I asked her, how do you view money? How do you do that in a relationship? So let me pose that question to you guys. If you are married, how do you handle the money? Do you have a joint account? Do you guys have separate accounts?
Depends.
How does that work? Belly, start it off. Because Potts, you've been here, so I want to go Belly first.
So how I'd view it is it depends on each person who is in the marriage. It depends on their job situation. If only one person's working, that person
okay, let's
should
start
have
off
a
with everybody is
majority
making 50 grand. Both people making 50 grand a year.
Man, that's not a lot.
Okay, but both people are making 80 grand a year.
All right.
It doesn't matter. Just both people are making the same amount of money.
So what I'd use we'd have one where money goes in to pay all the bills, and then the rest goes into a separate account, and then a third savings account.
But it's a joint account. You don't have your own private account from her?
I think everyone should have their own private account.
Well, then that's not what you just described. Potts, how did it work with you? If you don't, you don't have to tell us if you don't want to.
No, I don't care. We were married for 7 years. We never had joint accounts. And usually in a marriage, one person will be the one responsible for money, paying the bills, and even checking the mail. At least in my situation. Yeah. So
was that you or that not you?
Huh?
Was that you who did all that stuff or?
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah. Yeah, Donna didn't check the mail once. She didn't open mail. She left that all to me.
Sounds like me.
I would just tell her if something important came that she needed to know. But, and it worked fine. I would just tell her if I needed money. Honestly, it was not a big deal. And some stuff like her car payment came directly out of her account. But I've always kind of been the money guy, even at Marinate. I am so.
All right, so let me ask you this then: you guys had your own accounts. Did you feel, what's the number on a purchase that you felt like you had to ask her or at least discuss it with her first for something for you? So if you wanted to buy a set of golf clubs, if it's $100, maybe you just buy it for yourself. What's the number where you're like, I got to talk to her first?
That's interesting. I've never even thought of that. I think, honestly, it just came naturally per each situation. I would be like, I'm going to ask her, or because a lot of times I have a thing where if I want to get something for myself, I'll talk about it for a couple weeks. And then if I still want it, then I'll get it. So I try not to impulse buy big things. So she would know about it regardless. But I don't know. It was never an issue. I always ask her, I guess, if I wasn't sure, or,
especially in a shared space. If you're going to buy something like a TV, You're gonna be like, you're just gonna show up at home with a TV. You can't really do that all the time.
I mean, if that was on sale, I might do something like that.
See,
if I was at
this is
Costco,
why I
it's
love
on
this
sale,
conversation because people
I
are
might just
very
get it.
different. I mean, if I'm going to buy, a snowboard, that's nothing to do with her. It's $400. I mean,
I'm sure an argument would ensue.
probably if you don't at least discuss it first. But I mean, I don't want to be in a situation where I work hard. I want to put my money towards a snowboard. I can't buy
but
one.
It's respect.
It's
you gotta respect the relationship.
The bills are paid.
Yeah, as long as the bills are paid.
As long as the bills are paid and people are fed, buy whatever the heck you want.
I don't know how I feel
Well,
about a
and
joint
that's
account.
fine,
I don't know how I feel about a joint account. I don't think I don't know, man.
I mean, there's really no need for it. But
do you want to see what she's buying? I don't think I want to know.
Oh yeah, when
No,
she
no,
hands
I've
you the
never
credit,
cared.
when she hands you the credit card bill and be like, "Hey, we need to pay this."
You need.
That's
to pay
when
this.
I need to know. That's when I need to start knowing. I'm like, why are you spending $50,000 at Nordstrom's? Stop it.
Well, we're big Amazon Prime shoppers, so we can always see what the other person is buying on the app anyway.
Oh.
And I mean, honestly, that's where I probably get 90% of my purchases. So.
Dude, I'm on my parents' Amazon Prime, so my mom sees all my purchases.
Oh,
That's the worst.
I mean, I'm still on Donna's, so she knows everything that I'm getting. So.
Well, my mom will be
Whatever.
like, so last year I started doing the DJ thing, and for the first time in a while, I had a little bit of disposable income. And it's also hard because as a business owner, you pay your own taxes. So, you might see a little bit of chunk of money in your account, but that's not really yours.
Right.
You're just going to have to pay that next March,
So in that situation, just so you know, because, we have sales tax at Marinate, I always take the sales tax and I transfer it to the savings account. You
That's
should
smart.
always separate that
that's smart.
money and you should do that as well, Luke.
No, I do. But you see it, and it feels like when you see, a big
Right.
number in your account, and you're like, woohoo, all right, maybe I'm gonna. And then my mom would be like, seems like you're really buying a lot of stuff lately, huh? You okay there? I'm like,
That's
damn
probably
it.
good though. It's good to have someone kind of put
It
you in
is.
check.
No, it is. It
Whatever.
is.
Yeah.
My parents are my squashing process.
Yep.
I have all kinds of ideas. I'm an idea guy. Potts, you're a little bit like that. I need somebody.
am, yeah.
I need somebody to take my ideas and just squash all of the bad ones, so only the good ones get through.
That's why me and Scott work so well together.
He doesn't seem like a squasher.
Harebrained stuff, and he'll be like, "We are definitely not doing that," and bring me back down to reality. So and that's why we work great together. We're total yin and yang, total opposites. And I'm very excitable and impulsive as far as wanting to do something, but and he's not. So
I can't see having a joint. I feel like having a joint account in a marriage really is just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, it really is.
I don't need to see the $100 you spent on shoes. It's fine. Just I don't need to see it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want you to have to see the $100 I spent on golf the other day.
Yep.
I mean,
Right.
whatever, man. We're good as long as maybe there should be what if we come up with this? You should have I think what Belly said. If you have one account that you all both maintain to make sure that the bills are paid.
All you do is you start a budget as soon as you really get things settled down. Like say you just bought a home and you have your certain bills come through. Once you establish what that monthly out is,
right,
then that's where each person goes, all right, we'll set it up our direct deposit that this much money, half and half, goes into this account, and that just literally pays all our bills. And we'll sign off the check from that account for all the bills.
Yeah.
And then whatever else we've got in our accounts is ours and ours alone. What you want to do with it and how you do it.
All right. How about individually then? What do you care about most? I mean, obviously getting your bills paid, but do you worry about savings like a rainy day fund or retirement?
I try to.
Or retirement? Which one do you go first?
Retirement is what all my money goes.
That's hard.
I don't have either. I literally have the theory that I'm going to spend all my money and energy on a business, whatever. I mean, it's Marinate now.
Yeah.
And get rich to where then I'll have that money.
That's what I always say.
Instead of saving for 50 years.
It's exactly
my goal
right.
is to get rich.
Me too.
And
I want the money now.
Yeah.
So
That's 100%
I put into my
strategy.
401k because I'm getting free money from where I work. So the reason I put into a 401k and the reason most people put into a 401k is because I only put in what they match at. So
Right,
whatever
that's
they
smart.
match
401k is smart because they match it.
they match it. So I'm getting this free double down money from whatever I put in. They'll match it, but also it's not taxed. So I'm hiding this money away from the government for now until I pull it out, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, since you are taking it out now, it's time to give it back."
All right, we've got some texts to respond to. First one, somebody writes in, joint accounts for sure, easier to manage bills. Next one, who pays for the kids?
Both.
Who said I got kids?
Both.
What do you mean? I guess that's part of the bills account, right? That would be like the joint account that we manage.
Well,
and then I got my own account for the fun stuff.
Not only that, like it's just one of those things where it's like, hey, if you're out at the store, just pick up diapers, and then I'm sure that balances out in long runs.
Yeah. All right.
They're overthinking it.
Oh, you're out to eat with the kids? Well, don't call me and say it's your turn to pay for the kids when you're the one out with them.
Let's do some more tunes. I want to get back into sports. Maybe we'll do a Would You Rather before Potts goes. You have a Would You Rather for us by chance?
I actually got to go.
You're out.
Right
Oh, man. Say goodbye to the people. Let's give them something.
So, yeah,
Adios,
thanks. I'm sorry I got to jet so early, but, yeah, it's a hectic day. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day, and you can kindly go find yourself.
There he goes. Very nicely done. Thanks, Potts. All right, sweet. So, Belly, it's me and you holding the ship down.
Yep, and this is the Newport's Follow Me leading us into break.
Sounds good. We'll be back after this. Thanks to all the texters. It's Luch Dog in the morning.
At litmradio.com.
Welcome back, folks. It is Luch Dog in the morning, and heads up because we've got breaking news from Soapbox Sports. Jack, talk to me. What is going on?
So this comes out right about 10 minutes ago from New York. Joe Girardi, after taking a very young, overachieving team led by Aaron Judge and their pitching staff, he will not be coming back as the Yankees manager in 2018. He has been fired.
What?
I can't believe it. Well, I don't know if he's been fired or they just agreed to
that
part
can't
ways.
be right. I mean, I'm not questioning your reporting. Where are you seeing this from?
I'm seeing it everywhere.
I got the report off of ESPN. It's on CBS. It's trending
New
on
York
Facebook
Times.
right now. It's trending on Twitter. It's a very, very, very shocking move considering what they did. They lasted longer than the Nationals did in the playoffs, and they were pretty close to heading to the World Series as well.
Speaking
had
of
they
the
not choked in the
Nationals,
last
Well, the
two games.
Nationals should absolutely
Well,
go after
yeah.
him.
call them up.
But wait a minute. Do you think this is strictly because of not challenging that call?
No, I don't know.
It has
what
to be.
is.
Why else would he be fired for? I mean, what did he do wrong?
I have to.
He's had a lot of
I need Mo
seasons
Jevons.
where he hasn't.
Go ahead,
Mo
Jack.
Jevons. Sorry, he's had a lot of disappointing seasons, a lot of underachieving seasons in the past per se. This was his biggest over. No one expected the Yankees to compete. Everyone thought that division was Red Sox, Blue Jays, and the Yankees came out of nowhere to give the Red Sox a big challenge. They lasted longer than the Red Sox.
So why did they
playoffs.
fire him, man?
But I think it was because of underachieving before, and it's just really surprising to see him go now.
Yeah.
You would have figured if the Yankees had been knocked out by the Twins in the wild card, okay, get rid of the guy. But to take the team one game away from the World Series and let him go, that I don't know. That's just really shocking to me, and I wanted to pose the question: if the Nationals are headed for a rebuild with Bryce Harper in the last year of his contract, is Joe Girardi the right guy after seeing what he did with this young core of players? Is he the right guy for the Nationals to bring in and sign going forward?
I think obviously at this point Joe Girardi's the best manager available, and that's who I want for the Nationals.
Alex Cora?
Alex Cora is already the Red Sox manager.
They got him? Oh,
Yeah.
God. All right. Well, then, yeah, absolutely. I would go
Yeah.
Girardi.
The best manager available right now is Dusty Baker, and the Nationals don't want him.
Want nothing to do with him?
Now Joe Girardi's going to be the best manager available. That's who I want for the Nationals. Like, I don't want them playing around in Bryce Harper's last year, like giving a guy a chance who's never managed before, unless it was someone from their previous staff, like Mike Maddox or something like that. But no, not for it.
But do you think Joe Girardi, can he take this group of primarily veterans for the Washington Nationals, if he indeed were to sign there? Obviously, I'm in your corner. I think that Nationals would be silly not to at least
Call him.
touch the waters, try the waters with him. Yeah, give him a call. Be like, hey, are you interested in this job? To at least give him a call, because we've seen some other guys, get hired. Gardenheimer went to the Tigers earlier, and now this Joe Girardi, who's I think is a much better manager, is available. But
I think he's a manager for
Jack.
I think he's a manager for a veteran team. I think that's what he's built for. Like, I don't think he's made for rookies. Like, I think that's such a better situation for him.
Well, I mean the situation right now.
But he just took a team that was primarily rookies and young guys and unknowns. Who wasn't
unexpected.
That team is actually much more well balanced with veterans and rookies than you're giving them credit for. I mean, Todd Frazier's on that team they traded for. Is a huge veteran that they got on that
Little
team.
League All-Star.
And their pitching staff is no young guys. That's the other issue with the Yankees that they got to worry about is their pitching staff isn't young guys. It's CC Sabathia. It's
CC, Tanaka, and all them.
Yeah, those are guys that have been around.
But still, when I say Yankees, who's the first player you think of for active?
I mean, obviously
Jeter.
Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge, yeah.
Jeter, get out of here. He's a Marlin.
He owns the Marlins.
I know.
Literally, and now always.
Yeah. I can't believe he's getting $5 million a year.
No, and he started the Players Tribune, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, everything he touches turns to gold. So he's like, all right, I'll just own a team, and we'll just tear it down and get rid of Giancarlo Stanton. I can't say his name. Giancarlo Stanton. Yeah. Anyway, back to the Yankees. I feel Girardi would be great for the Nationals. Who else are we going to get, Jack?
I know. There's no one out there.
At this point, yeah, Belly's right. There's no one really out there. Girardi's the best. It comes at a prime time. The Yankees, there aren't many manager openings available. I think I don't know outside of the Yankees and Nationals who have a manager opening now. Maybe there's another team that's not coming to mind that I can't name off the top of my head. But if I'm the Nationals, I give Girardi a call, and if I'm the Nationals, I do my very best to win the World Series in what could be Bryce Harper's last year. Or, there was talk about Bryce Harper signing this big 10-year, $400 million deal with the Yankees, after he supposedly would leave Washington. So maybe, someone from the Yankees could convince him to stay.
Well, let's hope that we get him. I'd love that. Thanks for the breaking news, Jack from Soapbox Sports. Coming in strong.
Oh, Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Appreciate that breaking news. I needed it. Hopefully the Nationals pick him up.
Yeah. Same to you guys. I'll hit you guys up tomorrow.
Sounds good. We'll talk to you then. Thank you, Jack. And, of course, go to soapboxsports.com. That's where Jack and Belly both write together. Wow. All right. So I guess we want him.
Yeah,
I guess we want Girardi.
I'm going to need him because
How do you feel about the Nationals right now?
I'm not comfortable going into Bryce's last season, Rizzo's last season of his contract.
Reminds me of Kirk Cousins.
And then you've got Ryan Zimmerman, I'm pretty sure, is on his last year.
I know we're talking baseball, but I'm talking it reminds me of a Kirk Cousins who I believe right now is reading the defense. He's reading the situation of what the Redskins are going to do for him long term.
No,
I think Bryce is probably the same way. I'm trying to make the comparison to Bryce Harper next year.
No, I think it's completely opposite because there's nothing the Nationals haven't done to tell Bryce Harper they want him, and
except fire Dusty and now do this again.
That's not. I don't think that's telling Harper they don't want him. I think it's not compared to Kirk, who covers for Robert Griffin, and then Snyder just walks on by him.
But Snyder's not there anymore. Snyder's there. I'm sorry.
Basically, if nonstop at every corner, those guys have been like, no, I don't know, Kirk, I just don't know.
Do you really think he feels slighted?
Yes, I absolutely do think that Kirk at some point has felt slighted again by this Washington franchise. It has nothing to do with the people he works with. It has nothing to do with the players he plays with. It has nothing to do with even the coaches he's had.
Just straight
except
up front
for
office.
The fact that it's
Shanahan.
Straight up front. Shanahan, but Shanahan was one of his biggest proponents and supporters.
Sure.
It's this front office that he just can't trust. I don't think he thinks he can trust them. And I agree.
So that's where it is different. I'll give you that's a very good point where I think Bryce has a lot of trust in the learners.
Yeah, and he loves the city of Washington, and
right.
I'm not saying Kirk doesn't either. Kirk, I think, loves this place as well, and the fans and everything like that.
We got lucky with both of them being pretty good dudes. Neither of them have seen. Well, I'm sure Bryce has an ego.
Oh, I'm sure. I know
Kirk,
they have egos.
Even Kirk, you have to play a sport like that and survive. But they both seem like good dudes at the end of the day.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
If you had to punch one of them in the face, which one would you punch? I'd punch Bryce Harper, no doubt about it. Stupid hair and his non-button jerseys.
Has always reminded me of the Team America World Police. He just looks like one of those puppets from Team America because he's got such a well-defined chin. And
he does. He's got a square jaw.
He's got a very set-up face for that. And if you put them side by side, I bet you wouldn't even be able to tell which one was the puppet.
Can we just make that the $100 question today? Text in for your entry to our $100 giveaway on Friday, tomorrow, this week. All you have to text in, if you had to punch one of them in the face, would it be Bryce Harper?
I bet you a lot of people are going to say Bryce.
Or Kirk Cousins.
I think Bryce is going to win this debate.
571-354-7338. We love them both, which is why this is a great question. You don't want to punch anybody, but if you had to punch somebody in the face, would it be Bryce Harper or Kirk Cousins?
And it's
Text
funny.
the answer to 571-354-7338 for your entry into our contest for $100 tomorrow.
And from the Newports, this is Punching Bag.
Yeah, well done, Belly. We'll be back in a minute. It's Luch Dog in the Morning. Welcome back, folks. Texter writes in, Kirk should feel slighted, and he should head to San Francisco. Cousins will get a $25 million 5-year deal at least this offseason from San Fran, and if not more. Other options for Kirk include Minnesota and Miami.
Man, dropping bombs.
Texter's coming strong today. Thank you, boys and girls. We appreciate you all. And, of course, I like the texts better than the phone calls. If you really have to, call in. We've had a couple calls come at a point in the conversation that we just weren't taking calls right now. But you can call if you really have to. We like the text because then we can kind of get to it when we need to. And that's very nice. Thank you for your input. And if you're podcasting and you're listening out of, not live, feel free. Shoot us texts anyway, because I like seeing them come in like throughout the day. I'm like, oh, they're listening now. That's cool. Oh, look at this person's listening now. Oh, that's what they think. That's cool. And then it helps me form opinions for tomorrow. So that's very nice. Now, we wanted to talk a little bit about before we let you guys go today. Remember, if you want to enter our drawing for $100 tomorrow, all you have to do is text us right now, 571-354-7338. Who would you rather punch in the face if you had to? Kirk Cousins or Bryce Harper?
It's gonna be Bryce.
You would think, but then again, Kirk has a little bit of, I'd like to hit him once.
No, I mean,
I think I'd like to hit him once. And it's like a fun-loving way, like in a brother way. Like, I wouldn't want to, hurt him. I wouldn't want to hurt anybody. I've never punched. Have you ever punched anybody in the face? Have you landed a punch in the face?
No.
I've never landed one. Never in my life. Never even been in a fight. I talk it out. I'm the guy. You could probably figure that. I'm like, yo, no, we don't need to do this. Let's go get a beer. I got it. I got him. You get him. I got him.
Joe Evans, good old Moj Evans, is not believing the news.
He's calling what? He's calling
BS? He's a huge Joe Girardi fan. He didn't want him to get canned, and this is good for him.
Not his best day. We'll get him to call in if we can for a minute. Do we have time for him? Nah, we probably don't have time. We'll get him tomorrow. No. All right. So basketball. The Wizards played the Lakers yesterday. I got to tell you, Belly, we were talking yesterday about LeVar Ball, and I was pretty against him. You were pretty for him. We were discussing the comment how he was going to
I think it will eventually fade into obscurity like most things do.
This is hard for me doing it live because now I'm reading the text as they come in, and I'm just getting sidetracked. That's a different skill. Wow. Yeah. I got to pay attention here. All right, so, yes, I was actually pretty against LeVar Ball. But, yeah, I got to tell you, I actually saw the video of him saying Lonzo ain't going to lose twice this week. It wasn't that bad.
No.
He's just having fun.
And he's just confident in his kid.
Yeah, and guess what? Did you see what happened? The Lakers made it a point. Luke Walton made it a point to bring it up that we all need to rally around this, and it's not okay if somebody's coming after one of our players, so y'all better stick together tonight.
And they won. And
they did in overtime.
And they shouldn't have won because they were down all the way into the late in the third quarter. There was like 9 minutes left, and then they came back, tied it on that tip-in.
The tip-in at 0.7 seconds, I was jumping at my screen. I'm like, come on. It's like letting Carson Wentz go when you've got 4 people surrounding him in third down and 8. You can't have that. That's how you lose games.
And then the post like that, you know who that is? Marcin.
That was Gortat. I know. He was, but I was looking at, I was specifically watching him. His effort was there. He was getting boxed.
He's always there.
That's all right. So we love you, Marcin. And I love my Zards right now. They're a good team.
They got the Golden State Warriors this weekend. It's going to be tuning in for that game, too.
That's going to be fun. Probably have to DVR that one. But that one's going to be fun. I'm excited for that. There was a lot of good basketball yesterday.
LeVar was right. He ain't losing twice in the same.
And I mean, that's the way he said. It wasn't like he was doing it the way he typically does, which is in like a demeaning way and like a derogatory. He was just like, "Oh, Washington better bring it. My boy ain't losing twice in a week." And like that, whatever, man. Somebody caught it on tape. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
That's not a big deal. Actually, I gotta say, in hindsight, maybe Gortat should have just like kept that in the locker room.
Yeah. Well, it's too late now.
Let's think of other situations where teams riled up the other team before the game to a point where it was their detriment. I'm thinking of the Redskins in the when the Redskins won the Super Bowl against the Bills. Yes, this is correct. This happened. When the Redskins won the Super Bowl against the Bills, before the game, the Bills, I think, offensive line coach called out the Redskins. Do you remember that? I bet I can pull this sound. I bet I can.
Not that we can use it.
Well, I'll use it anyway. Can you type this? Type in Redskins coach talks trash against Bills and gets fired. Because that's what happened. This coach was like, it was a Bill. I'm sorry, I'm backwards. The Bills coach talks trash against Redskins and gets fired.
Jeez
That's what it was. I'm
Louise.
sorry, because I'm remembering this now as we're going through it. And the coach was basically like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go right over them hogs. We got them. Yeah, bring it on." And the Bills, you got nothing?
Nothing.
The Bills ended up saying the Redskins were the best team we've ever seen that day. I mean, we annihilated them. What's the score to that game? I'll find it. We'll do it live on air. Redskins, Bills, Super Bowl score. Oh, boy. What is
The score
this?
was 37-24. Wasn't that much of a blowout.
Yeah, I think a lot of those points came in garbage time. Do we really not have that clip? I want to play that, man. That would have been so good.
Regardless, people getting fired.
Oh, the Redskins. I'm going to find that. Bills coach fires up Redskins before Super Bowl. I don't know. We'll see if that comes in. Nah. That definitely happened. Go ahead and write that one in. I'll do something. I'll send you something if you can give me the name of the coach for the Bills who ended up talking trash against the Redskins before the Super Bowl, and then the Bills got annihilated. If you can come up with that name, I'll PayPal you $10. Just buy you lunch right there. Why not? I'm happy to. I'm happy to do it because that one is pretty impressive. Belly, before we go, we got to leave. These people got to go, man.
They don't have to leave.
They got stuff to do.
Yep.
I mean, they got stuff to do.
Well, I just you bring up the bulletin board material, and there's a lot of examples of things like that. But I don't want everyone to go yet.
What do you mean?
There's Lane Kiffin and Urban Meyer was a good one. Do you remember that one?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it was Lane Kiffin's one of those guys that was always like all up in saying like, yeah, we're gonna go out there, we're gonna take care of them, and it's gonna be our time. And then there was a time where Urban Meyer was like, Urban Meyer said, I don't think Tennessee players play to win back when Kiffin was with Tennessee. And Kiffin appeared to take the high road and say something like, next time we barely win, I'll make sure to tell you everybody was sick. So he's always firing back. You got to just keep firing back. Kiffin was always going to fire back. But, yeah, other than that.
I'm going to keep going because now I found it. I found the clip.
You found it.
I found it. Well, I didn't find it.
Oh.
Texter writes in, Chuck Dickerson is the name.
Oh, jeez. How do you people keep coming up with this?
We've got good listeners, man.
How do you remember this name?
That's pretty good. Damn it, I still can't find the clip. Chuck Dickerson talking trash to Redskins. Damn it, that is it's just all right. Well, that's lunch for Jack. Well done.
Yeah.
You know he's gonna have that.
How does that guy find this stuff?
I don't know, dude. He's fantastic. But another texter writes in, I had something for you guys there. Not the same, but Tom Brady's suspension versus, the Deflategate last year probably served as massive motivation for their Super Bowl run, which is true. Brady versus Goodell.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Let's fire it away. We got one more tune, and then we're out of here, folks. One more from the Newports?
Yeah.
You can find their music at thenewports.bandcamp.com. They're awesome. They came on the show. We had Jesse, their guitar player, come on. He was super fun. And so we'll play you guys out to that. Thank you so much, guys, for all of your input today. For Matty Potts in the Santa Monica newsroom, and everybody here, Clyde, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Belly, anything left for the people?
Thanks for hanging with us today through all of our technical difficulties.
Yeah,
we'll
today
get
was
it better next time.
Today was an off day. We'll admit that. That's fair. But we got it all figured out. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll give you $100. Be ready for the giveaway at 10:40. We'll see you guys tomorrow. It's Luch Dog in the morning
at litmradio.com.